Michigan playing Arizona, Connecticut playing Illinois. These games go tomorrow. Art DeCesar is joining us to tell us exactly where the money's going on both of those games. Plus, NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball. I'm Lawrence Presman. You're watching the best betting show ever. That guy in the middle is Joe Ranieri. Let's get to it. Art, you and I have missed each other the last week. How you been, my brother?
I'm good, Prez. It's good to see you. It's good to have the band back together. Honestly, Prez, I even have UFC information and I have women's college Final Four basketball information. So we got a lot going on today.
Well, let's get straight to it. Joe, any quick questions?
No, I mean, let's go. We got to know where the money is, what's happening. But how did you do last night, Art? I mean, we had some interesting games on the board last night. Ton of hockey too, as well.
Yeah, no, it was actually a really good day for the book. We kind of got back to our winning ways, which, the last couple of days weren't that great before that. But listen, we're just rolling into it today because we got all this day baseball and, we got, big NBA slate. Not that there's been a lot of bets on it, but, with the amount of money we're going to start taking today and tomorrow in the Final Four, it's going to be a good weekend.
Joe, I'm good friends with Joshua Bell, a world's most talented violinist.
Oh, okay.
He does not play the smallest violinist, but he does play the most expensive. I should get him to write us a little song so we can have Art moan about how the books did over it.
It's actually 2 days this week, Prez. He's come in and complained about how the books.
I certainly have.
We almost fainted. We couldn't believe. We thought he was lying, but apparently it's a trend now. Go figure. The public's actually winning some money. Woof.
Yeah. So we'll be like, how did the books do, Art? And then we'll cue up the violin playing. Art, Connecticut, Illinois, -2.5 opening line. Now it's -1.5. There's a few twos out there. The total in this game hasn't moved. Let's start here. What's the Westgate taking in this game? Any really wise action we should know about, and any bets that you like?
Yeah, I mean, for us, we were 2 and then got to 2.5, and we took a lot of UConn money at 2.5. A lot of UConn money at +115 on the money line. We got actually as low as 1.5, and then we saw a little buyback there in Illinois, so we're back to 2. We opened our total as high as 140. We're now 139.5. We just kind of moved with the market on that. We didn't really get hit on the under money there. I would say we're about 60-40 UConn ticket. As far as the betting handle goes for us, I've mentioned this before. 3 of the 4 teams we do really well on in the future book. Illinois is the one team we do not do well on. So we would really love UConn to win this game. And then it sets up a good final for us, regardless of who is in that final. When you get to the Michigan game, interesting for us that, we opened Michigan pick, got to as high as 2 on the game. We're now back to 1.5. We're about 3-1 ticket count on Arizona. So pretty good, for us, liability right now on Arizona. But listen, this is a game we expect to see tremendous two-way handle. I think eventually you will see some Michigan money. We had talked, Joe and I, earlier in the week about our total of 156.5, now up to 157.5. I expect the public to come in and bet this game over, but has not happened yet. That probably will come more towards, game time tomorrow because it is the second game. But yeah, I would say right now for us, the main bet that is the sharpest bet in the games would be probably UConn +2.5. That would be, out of the 2 games, the sharpest side.
What's the feeling, Art? I mean, even 24 hours away, is the public going to push Illinois to 2.5? Will it go the other way? I mean, what do you think has got the best shot at moving here between these 2 games?
Yeah, that's a great question, Joe. I mean, obviously, when we got to 1.5 in Illinois, we saw the quick move back to 2. So, it's just, it always is. And it's not football where there are key numbers like 3 and 7, and you kind of have to find, your threshold and your resistance point and kind of where people are going to, bet a number or try to move a number. I think Michigan eventually is going to see some public money, despite what I said before, where it's 3-1 ticket count on Arizona. Yeah. We just have not seen that Michigan money yet. I expect to see the Michigan money. Michigan is, they're more popular than Arizona, and the teams are equal. I mean, the spread kind of shows that, even though Michigan's a small favorite, but I expect tomorrow to see big Michigan money.
So Art, I mean, Michigan comes out at -1. You're taking 3-1 tickets on Arizona, and now Michigan is -1.5. Care to explain?
Well, we took that, Prez. We were as high as 2. We got to Michigan at 2. So pretty much all our money has been on Arizona at +2 and obviously 1.5. And we're still sitting at the 1.5 right now. It's just one of those things where early on in the process, unless you really get overwhelmed and it was 10-1 ticket count, you don't need to get crazy yet. We know the majority of the money we see on this game will be later today, early tomorrow. So right now we're just kind of in the price discovery mode where we're just kind of trying to see where the best place to book this game is.
Yeah, quite amazing, all the line moves we see in these college games, both football and basketball, and yet these two, total and side, really not moving much in any direction. Is that a testament to the brilliance of the sports book, or the time period, and the moves will happen tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I think it's the time period. I think also too, these are obviously, with 3 games left, the sharpest the numbers are ever going to be.
Yeah.
And obviously that happens pretty much right when you start conference tournament time and all that. But I think too, the matchups are really good. I think there's a case to be made for all 4 teams. I think all 4 teams will have the people who want to back them. So, and I think the spreads are showing that when you got basically 1.5, 2, 2.5, and you're in that range for both games.
Quick question before we move on to another sport. Auburn -4.5 against Tulsa. This is the NIT championship game. Any information on that? And what do you think the ticket counts are? I mean, we talking like 50-1?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. This is, and that's a game that goes on. What is it? Goes on Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, Sunday. 8
Yeah,
p.m.
it's tough. It's wedged right in there between the final 4 games and the championship on Monday. We actually opened Auburn 5 on the game, opened a total of 161.5. We went down a little bit on the total. I believe we're at 160.5. To be honest with you, President, we opened that this morning. We didn't really see much action on that in the first couple hours of us being open.
Yeah, I'm shocked it's already not blasted on Auburn at this particular point. I really am here. But listen, I mean, it's not the only Final Four games going on here, Art, because this is the same exact Final Four we had a year ago. You and I talked about the women's side during the week here, and you just watch these 4 teams play in the Elite 8 and the 16. They're just playing a different game. The level of talent is over the top. But again, we had UConn as a 2 seed last year. They win the national championship. I believe they're the odds-on favorite now. So huge Final Four games. What are we looking at here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, just to update the future book as I have before, we lose on every team but UConn. We love being in a position where if the UConn women win, we're, basically going to scoop the pot. We've been trying to write bets on every other team the entire season, and we've done our best to do that. And when you look at these games, Texas, we opened 1, we're now 2. We took sharp money on Texas -1. And then we saw some money come in this morning on UConn, -6.5 up to 7.5. Not necessarily sharp money, but just couple of cumulative bets that came in and the market started moving that way. There's still some 7s out there, but we said, hey, let's go to 7.5. If someone we respect wants to come and take South Carolina at +7.5, we'll probably adjust. Has not happened yet.
Let's keep the show moving, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. We do this every day, Monday to Friday. It's the best betting show ever. Art's with us Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Brian Power on Monday. Art, let's turn our attention to NBA and NHL, sort of run those down together, and then we will, and baseball. Let's go through those 3 sports, and then we'll talk some UFC.
Absolutely. Just one in baseball, or I'm sorry, one in the NBA and one in hockey. Obviously, hockey is small slate. Took a little bit of money on the Flyers this morning at +132. They're at the Islanders. Big game in the Eastern Conference for some playoff positioning. And then really the only thing to report in the NBA for us, a sharp guy took Raptors, Grizzlies over 231.5. We're now 233.5. Baseball, obviously a lot of day games, but I'll try to give you some later stuff that hopefully once you guys watch, the information is still good. They took over 8.5 in the Braves game. It's now 9. They took under 8.5 in the Orioles Pirates game. That's now 8. They also took over in the Reds game, over 7.5. That is also now 8. And one of our big players, this probably will, be the game we're going to root against the biggest today. It was the same guy the other day who came in and laid the 1.5 with the Mets, one of our house players, and obviously they lost outright. He did that again today with Toronto, your Blue Jays, Prez. So we're going to be big White Sox fans today.
Oof. That's a tough place to be. That is, being a White Sox fan's a tough place. That's a tough place to be for sure. There are
just lose by 1.
Woo, that is not good at all. There, poor Mets can't get out of their own way here. That's for sure. All right, so we got now. You said UFC too. You got locked and loaded for us here. What are we looking at this card this week?
Yeah, our sharpest UFC guy here, his 2 big plays for the weekend. He laid minus 105 with Thomas Peterson. That's up now to $1.25. And then he took an underdog, Haley Cohen, plus 115, now plus 105. Those are his 2 big bets for the weekend.
There you go.
Boom. So I just watched the Rory McIlroy documentary on Amazon Prime. It came out a few days ago. It was his quest to win the Masters. It was very well packaged. It goes to show how bad my memory must be, because this was a year ago. I remember him winning it. I did not remember how damn dramatic the whole thing was. Yeah. Do you guys remember how dramatic that round? You don't either, Art.
No, I do.
I don't.
No, I do, because I had a Justin Rose ticket. So, I absolutely remember how that went. Yes, unbelievable.
I mean, Art, guy goes in 2 up on Bryson. Justin Rose is probably 10 back, like not even figuring it in. Bryson, Rory starts, loses. He's down 1 to Bryson in 2 holes. He double bogeys the first hole. Everything falls apart. Then he gets it together. Then Justin Rose shoots like a 20. Then Rory has the game in hand. All he has to do is par the last hole. He mucks it up. It goes to it. It was ridiculous.
Starting to come back as you say it now. It's starting to come back.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got that starting next Thursday. Are you taking any early bets?
No, I mean, listen, I'm going to do my best to try to come on Tuesday and Wednesday, obviously. And listen, even Thursday morning, I can give some more information as well. But Tuesday and Wednesday, listen, all that pricing is going to be pretty much started. I would say they're going to start really, the golf guys here are going to really start pricing that up this weekend and Monday. So hopefully I'll have a lot of information for the Masters, because of course, not a bigger tournament, and not a bigger tournament as far as the handle goes for us. So I'll try to give as much Masters information as I can next week.
There we go.
Oh.
Let's get to our parlay of the day. I'm going to go with the New York Islanders, guys. I know there's money coming in on Philadelphia, and look, both of these teams are in absolute crucial must-win mode. Philly lost last night, and they're in a back-to-back. Islanders are sitting there waiting. I think we got a better coach. I think we got a better team. I like the Islanders here, and now that we can get it down to minus 136, thank you. We'll take that. Joe?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go to the NBA here tonight, and I'm going to take your Toronto Raptors there, Prez, because I think this game has got blowout written all over it. Toronto does a really good job of punching down, and it's not going to get any more down than Memphis here tonight.
Art?
I'm going to go to the Red Sox. I'm going to lay $1.20 at home. They need this game in the worst way. Give me the Red Sox at home.
What has happened to this Boston team? I mean, we're talking about we're talking about yours now. I mean, they can't seem to field a roster that's competitive. It's very strange, given that we're not talking about the Pirates here.
No.
Listen, I'm a lifelong Yankee fan. I hate the Red Sox. They got a lot of talent. They're going to figure it out, but it's been a bad start.
You need Sonny Gray to bail you out. We got a
Yep.
problem. We got
I
a
know.
problem, Red Sox. Yep. Unreal.
Yeah, and in that division, because I don't see
Yeah.
either. I mean, the Blue Jays bullpen is starting rotation is such that 10-game losing streaks just are unlikely this year, and I
Same
feel
with
the
the
same
Yankees.
Yep.
I said,
Yep.
and I feel the same with the
Mhm.
Yankees. I
Yep.
just think
Yep.
both teams are insulated from incredibly long stretches of bad baseball. But you took a lot of bets, Art, on the Jays not making the playoffs and
Yeah.
their under win rate.
Yeah, we certainly did. We saw a lot of that. I guess people were looking for, the quote unquote World Series loser hangover. I mean, I guess that was it. Also expecting, the division, of course, with the Yankees in there, Red Sox being better. Obviously Baltimore added a lot of offense. They would be better. The Rays are always scrappy. So I think there was a lot of thought process in there with that. But, obviously the Blue Jays look like they were last year. A really, really good team.
Yep.
Yeah, and team, I think, is the key word. That's what really John Schneider continues to push, the coach or the manager of the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's get into our predictive market segment. Joe, let's talk a little NHL playoffs, because I've never seen. I mean, I don't want to say I've never seen anything like this, but this is historically delicious. You've got a situation here where the New York Islanders, Columbus Blue Jackets, Ottawa Senators, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Washington are vying for 2 spots.
Yep.
And they are all locked in together. I'm curious, from Art's perspective, who's making the playoffs, Art, out of these two? Islanders, the 2 teams.
Mhm.
Islanders, Columbus, Ottawa, Detroit, Philadelphia, Washington. There are 6 vying for 2 spots.
Man, I'm going to say the Islanders.
Ooh,
and
I agree.
I think Detroit's going to make it.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Detroit is 2 back. They got a game in hand on Columbus. Columbus is at home tomorrow night against the Jets. A winnable game for Columbus tomorrow night. Everybody's in play tomorrow. Detroit on the road against the Rangers, who have been very pesky.
I know,
of
it's
late.
crazy.
And the Islanders in a back-to-back scenario with Carolina waiting tomorrow. I think it's going to be Ottawa. And with a big win last night, me and my clients were on them. I think it is going to be Ottawa and the New York Islanders. But listen, with the Johnny Gaudreau thing still, relevant, I do have hope for Columbus, like, as a fan.
That's some interesting prices there, guys. I mean, 57 and 60 cents Ottawa and the Islanders to make it. Yeah, my question is, who's going to be on the outside looking in, though, when it's all said and done?
Yeah, well, before we answer that question, maybe Art could explain this one to me. Ottawa is 60% to make the playoffs, and they have the exact same record as the Detroit Red Wings, except the Wings have the tiebreaker because they have the 1 extra W. So why are the Wings half the price?
Yeah, I'd have to look at their schedules.
It's got to be scheduled.
It's got to be scheduled. Yeah, it's got to be.
It's got to be scheduled. But it's got to be. It must be. I mean, we have 7 games left here?
Yeah.
I mean, if that.
8. 8 for both of those teams. For both, Columbus has 7.
And Columbus has got 7. So, well, let me ask you this, though, guys, because you're talking, I mean, if you like the Islanders, right, Art? Then you've got, I believe, the Vezina Trophy. You got Vasilevsky and Sorokin. If he makes the playoffs, what happens? Does he win?
He might not.
Even still, you think if he doesn't make, I mean, because that's a coin flip price right there.
Yeah.
What's going to separate them? We already know Vasilevsky's, I mean, they're already in. We know that. But at the Island, could he?
I
I
don't
mean,
think so.
yeah, I don't think so either. I would say no.
Yeah.
You think
No.
Vasilevsky has got it wrapped up, huh?
I just think everyone should put their money on Swayman not winning it and just take the 5 cents and move on.
That's kind of brutal. Yeah.
But listen to this, guys. So I just pulled up the Red Wings schedule. They got the Rangers tomorrow, a totally winnable game. They're hosting the Wild, another winnable game. They're hosting the Blue Jackets, a team they're playing to make the playoffs. Then they're hosting Philadelphia. Then they're hosting the Devils. Then they end with the Lightning, who might be playing for nothing, and the Panthers. This just does not read like some kind of insane schedule to me.
Sounds like a lot of home games too.
Yeah. I'm curious. I'm pulling up the Senators' schedule. The Senators have got the Wild tomorrow, the Canes, the Lightning, the Panthers, the Islanders. This is put me down with some Detroit money on that. I am a little lost. I mean, they end with the Maple Leafs and the Devils, 2 totally winnable games. But, man, they got the Islanders, the Canes, the Lightning ain't going away yet. The Wild, I don't know. I think Detroit's schedule is easier. I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
My question is, since we've only got about a handful of games left, does Kucherov score more points than McDavid here? They're down 2, I believe. McDavid's got 126 points. I believe Kucherov's got 124 with, like you said, just a handful of games left here. Could Kucherov just run over? Look at that price. I mean, McDavid's got a 2-goal lead, and Kucherov is still your favorite.
And the other thing I think you got to take into account here is that there really is a scenario where Kucherov sits. And
that's what I was thinking, right?
And I don't see that. I don't see that scenario with Connor. On top of that, Kucherov has got many years on Connor.
Yep.
As well. Edmonton's in a dogfight to win the division, and
they need every point.
Every point, right?
And obviously, so is Tampa Bay. But I think Coops cares less about winning the division than Edmonton. I think the value would be on Connor there.
Simply because they're going to need him more. He's got to deliver, otherwise they're absolutely screwed.
Oh, and no Draisaitl.
And no Draisaitl or anything. All right, so then here's the other question. Who's your Hart Trophy winner? McKinnon is the favorite, but there's Kucherov again, which they'll never give this award to. Am I wrong? I mean, they absolutely hate him. So I can make the case for Celebrini, no?
How you don't? To me, it's clearly Celebrini. I mean,
100%.
But he won't win it.
He won't win it.
No, he won't. But he should. He should.
Do not make that bet.
Right.
But I mean, Nate McKinnon plays with Cale Makar, Jonathan Taves.
Yeah.
I mean, half the team was at the Olympics. They got goaltending. They got their coach has Art Dice hair.
Yep.
I mean, Macklin Celebrini plays with himself.
He's not going to win.
Literally.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
He plays with
win.
himself. Yeah.
But Kucherov is never winning this. He hasn't won it to this date. I don't think they're giving it to him now. McKinnon will likely walk away with it. Nobody's voting for McDavid anymore, right? I mean, it's like, don't we have, he's 8%. So he's 8 cents.
Yeah.
I mean.
But I'll tell you something interesting. Where is Schaefer on the rookie, on the calendar, the Calder? Because I understand.
Calder, yes.
I mean, this kid, do you know that he played 36 minutes in a game a couple of weeks ago?
He's 97 cents. He's our,
I mean,
just give him the award.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Prez, I don't know what happened, but we actually got a better price on Lindy Ruff this morning as the coach of the year to Jack Adams.
Well, they did lose last night.
What?
Not that. I mean, that's just absurd.
Is it that
Yeah.
because he didn't start the season? Could that be the reason why that they?
I would say that's more reason why he should
Yeah.
win the damn
Right?
coach of the-
100%.
Because you don't take over a
I
team
agree.
because their coach was kicking ass.
Yep,
Exactly.
I agree.
I mean,
You should get a bump for that.
And there could be, there could be arguments to say that there's some winners on Buffalo. I mean,
yep.
but that team is just so strong up and down the lineup without any real superstars.
Nope.
Really reminds me of the Golden Knights when they won the cup.
Yep.
Led by Stone, who's really not by any stretch a superstar.
No.
He's just a good player.
Yep.
Yeah. What about NBA? Any NBA predictive stuff you want to talk about? And then we got to get rid of Art the Caesar. He's got a busy day ahead of himself.
Well, I mean,
I got to roll.
Call me crazy. It's either going to be San Antonio or Oklahoma City. I just don't see. They can't even when Wemby's not in, they're still destroying teams. So I don't think you need to overthink that one very much. San Antonio to me.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Penguins of the NBA, San Antonio Spurs.
Crazy. Yep.
Right when Wemby retires, they'll wait 3 years and pick up the next greatest player of all time.
Correct. Yep.
That's right.
So freaking ridiculous.
Unreal.
But anyway, that's the way the Bulls shake out, or whatever you want to call it. Lost with Bitcoin yesterday, Joe.
Yes, you
where are
did.
we at with Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's not better today here very much either, I believe, because what are we at? 66 now? 66.5. I'm sorry.
I got
66.9.
66.9. Yeah.
So is it going to go 66.8 or over, 66.3 or over, or 67.3 over? They're not expecting very much over
I think it
67.
stays right. I think it stays right on the number it is now. So 66.8 over.
All right, there you go. I mean, it's 75 cents. It's not a killer, but it's, hey, you cash it out by 5 o'clock, just add it back into the bankroll.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's it, Art. Thanks for doing this,
All right,
brother.
boys.
I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the madness.
Yes.
And we'll see you. I'll be missing Tuesday and Wednesday. No, Wednesday I'm here. I'm missing Tuesday's show, traveling home. Trip is finally
I'll be back
coming to an
Tuesday.
end.
Let's
and
go, Art.
I can't wait
All
to
right, boys.
shave this damn thing.
Very
Get
good,
out of
man.
here. Art the Caesar. Hit that like button, everybody. Make sure to comment. Joe, we got to take care of some business and hit the rundowns. Let's
Yes,
go.
we do.
Joe, we got to talk about our 5% hour. It's mine. But I hope all you guys join me in its hour. I have made 4 5% bets in basketball this entire year. 4 bets. That's 5% of my bankroll. And this Saturday is the 4th. I'm 3-1 in these plays. I love this 5% play. This is a doozy. It's going to win. It's going to win easily. Please join me for that as well. I got one baseball play up today, started the season off positively, and I have one NBA play up, an ATS bet. My ATS NBA bets have been outstanding all year, and well, frankly, my NBA for the last half decade has been incredible. So one NBA, one baseball going tonight, and of course, my 5% college basketball play tomorrow. What do you got, Joe?
Well, we've got all sorts of stuff going on here today, Prez. We've got some college basketball, we've got some Major League Baseball, and we've got some NBA. So we've got actually one in each over on the page at WagerTalk.com. There's a lot of good Major League Baseball series coming up here over the weekend, I think. And, of course, the Final Four, Prez. I'm glad you're locked in with a 5%er. I think there's some opportunities here, certainly in the predictive markets coming up.
There you go. Let's get to our rundowns, brother. You start first, MLB. I'm going to do the NHL. There's only 2 games inside of your college basketball. The microphone is yours.
All right, let's just run through a couple of these games here. A lot of day games here today. In fact, I believe Dodgers and Nationals already off and running. So we'll start with some of these later games here tonight. Brewers at the Royals. This should be an interesting one. Avila taking on Patrick here. Total 9 right now. The Twins got the Royals yesterday, but the Brewers' bats very much alive. And don't forget, the dimensions are totally different in Kauffman Stadium now. Weather seems to be pretty ripe for some fly balls that might leave that ballpark. I like the over in that spot. Brian, woo, yes, woo, taking on Detmers here today. Mariners taking on the Angels. I would hurry up and look at the under in this one. Both of these pitchers, especially in the first 5, if you can get a 4, great. Likely 3.5 here, but both these pitchers actually a little bit better than what the numbers are indicating here, I think. So like an early under there. The Astros and the Athletics. Astros bats are just on fire. The Athletics are home, guys. They are back in Sacramento, so you know what that means. Team total overs, full game overs there. The Braves taking on the Diamondbacks. Holmes taking on Rodriguez. This is another over spot for me here in Arizona. Quite the pitcher's battle we ended up getting in that game last night, but I do think the over is good there. And the Mets are hitting 155 with runners in scoring position through their first 7 games. Yeah, Tyler Mahle, I don't believe, is going to be able to limit the bats here. Sooner or later, they're going to start scoring. I think maybe tonight might be the night with the New York Mets there, Prez.
Well, brother, we got some NHL going tonight. The New York Islanders at home hosting Philadelphia, and this is as important a game for both teams as there is on the schedule. I think the Islanders win this game. We've had a lot of money come in on Philadelphia. Line has moved close to 20 points. We can now get the Islanders at minus 136. That is the bet for me in this hockey game. And St. Louis playing Anaheim. Shout out to the Blues. Just when you thought this team was done, they are back. They are 4 games out. They win this game. They are in the thick of things. I don't think they win this game. I like Anaheim. The Blues are not a good team, and I think it's time to fade them. Take Anaheim minus 145 against St. Louis. I know both favorites. That's it. We got a huge card going tomorrow, including some absolute must-win hockey games. So check that out. And if the Islanders do win tonight, Joe, which I think they will, I think there's a bet on Carolina in regulation tomorrow. So there you go. What do you got in college hoops?
Well, it's all about, as far as I'm concerned, the women's side of the bracket here in the Final Four tonight. Love UConn. Although Dawn Staley in South Carolina, this is going to be a battle. This is a heavyweight fight here tonight. But I do like UConn to get it done here. Call me crazy. I think they've got more than enough talent to be able to pull this game out when it matters. And I would lay the 6 because I think it's got blowout written all over it. The big game of the night to me is Texas and UCLA. UCLA, don't forget, was beaten by UConn last year. Texas lost to South Carolina. These are the same 4 teams that we had a year ago, and these teams are loaded with exactly the same players and even better freshmen. So these 2 teams, I love UCLA. Why? Because UCLA, their top 6 scorers are all seniors from a year ago. Plus, they have one of the best All-American and best basketball players in college, and now is her time. Lauren Betts, she was there a year ago. It's time for her to get it done here tonight. I ultimately had UConn and UCLA in the final, and nothing I think is going to change that. I think it's going to be those 2, but ultimately UConn, too much, too good. It's going to be another championship for Gino and the ladies.
There we go. NBA rundown, Joe.
NBA rundown, President. It is brutal.
I'm reading the news while you talk, bro.
You read the news here, and I'll run down some of these ridiculous lines we've got. How about the Pacers getting 15.5 against the Hornets? I'll take the over in that one. Timberwolves, by the way, breaking news. Joel Embiid has been ruled in for this game, and the market has now adjusted, making them a 4.5 point favorite. No word on whether or not Anthony Edwards is going. He is still questionable, but something tells me he's going to go after sitting down last night against Detroit, which likely evens this, and we're going to land back at 2 2.5 anyway. So if you like the Timberwolves, you may want to grab it now. I think Anthony Edwards plays a little bit later here. That'll get announced. The Hawks and the Nets. Hawks are laying 17 points. Like, this is gross. The Knicks, by the way, Karl Anthony Towns, questionable now. He's coming up. Josh Giddey is back playing here. Sat out against Indiana. He'll be playing against the Knicks. Just give me the over. There's going to be 1,000,000 points in that game. Celtics and Bucks. Listen, love the Celtics, but you can't be laying 17 points to anybody. I don't care who you're playing. I'll take the Bucks at home in the 17. The Grizzlies and the Raptors, I told you, I think the Raptors handle business there easily. I don't know how the Jazz are getting 17.5 against the Rockets either. Don't forget Magic and Mavs here tonight. Just double check who's in for the Mavs, but who are we kidding? The Magic shouldn't be laying this number against anybody on the road. And then the Kings and Pelicans. Could this be the last chance for the Kings to get a win at home? I think it is. Pelicans riding another losing streak, but I'll take the points as the home dog. Sacramento Kings looking to light it up here tonight, Prez.
There we go, Joe. What a show, my brother. I just want to quickly mention I watched Crime 101 last night. I thought it was excellent. Highly recommend that movie. Rare that I see a movie that long that holds my attention. So Crime 101, good flick.
Oh.
Joe, thanks for doing this, brother. Guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel. Lots of love, everyone. Make sure to get my 5% play for tomorrow, and we'll see you all on Monday.